Ladies and gentlemen, love ain't just about feelings, it's about action. A lot of folks get caught up thinking that love is just about what's in your heart. But the truth is, love has to be shown. It has to be expressed. You can sit at home every day and think about someone, pray for them, wish them well, but if they don't know it, if they don't feel it, then what does it really mean? That's why some people struggle when someone they care about never reaches out, never calls, never texts, even though they know deep down that person loves them. It doesn't make sense, right? But let me tell you, love without action is like a car without gas. It might be built to go somewhere, but it ain't moving. People hold back from reaching out for a lot of reasons. Sometimes they've been hurt before. They got burned in the past and now they're afraid to put themselves out there again. Maybe they love someone deeply and got rejected, and now they think if they stay silent, they won't have to feel that pain again. It's not that they don't care, it's that they're scared. Fear can paralyze a person, keep them from doing what their heart is screaming for them to do. So they sit in silence, hoping the other person will make the first move, hoping they won't have to be the one to risk it all. Pride is another thing that keeps people from reaching out. Some folks would rather suffer in silence than admit they need somebody. They think reaching out makes them look weak. They think if they text first, if they call first, it means they lost some imaginary battle. But love ain't a game. There ain't no winner or loser. Love is about connection, not control. But people let pride build a wall between them and the people they love. They wait for the other person to break the silence. And sometimes that silence stretches for days, weeks, months, even years. And all the while, both people are missing each other. Both people are thinking about each other, but neither one picks up the phone. That's a tragedy right there. Then you got the people who think you don't need them. They love you, they care about you, but they see you shining, they see you strong, and they figure they don't need me. They're fine without me. Maybe they don't feel good enough for you. Maybe they think they'll just be a bother, like their presence doesn't matter. That's the saddest thing, because they don't realize that sometimes all you need is to hear from them. Just a simple, hey, I was thinking about you. It can change your whole day. But they don't know that. They assume you're fine, so they stay quiet. And let's not forget, some people are just lost in their own world. They got battles they're fighting, struggles they don't talk about. Maybe they're dealing with depression. Maybe they're stressed out. Maybe they're just trying to survive. When someone is drowning in their own problems, even love can take a back seat. It's not that they don't care, it's that they don't have the energy to show it. They're just trying to keep their own head above water. If you're sitting there wondering why someone who loves you never contacts you, don't drive yourself crazy trying to figure it out. It ain't always about you. Sometimes it's about what they're going through. Sometimes they want to reach out but don't know how. And sometimes they're just waiting for you to make the first move. Now, you got a choice. You can sit there and wait, checking your phone every 5 minutes, or you can take action. If you miss them, tell them. If you want to talk, call them. Don't let pride hold you back. And if you reach out and they still don't respond, then you got your answer. Because at the end of the day, love is a two-way street. If someone wants to be in your life, they'll make an effort. If they don't, then maybe it's time to start waiting. The people meant to be in your life will show up. Believe that. People fight silent battles every single day. Battles you may never see. Battles they may never speak about. Sometimes when someone doesn't reach out, even though they love you, it has nothing to do with how they feel about you and everything to do with what's happening inside of them. You ever had a moment when you just couldn't deal with life? When the weight of everything felt too heavy to carry? That's what some people go through every day. They love you, they think about you, they even want to reach out, but they're trapped in their own head fighting demons that you don't even know exist. They think about texting you, they pick up the phone, but then something stops them. A voice in their head says, what if they don't want to hear from me? What if I'm just bothering them? So they put the phone down, not because they don't care, but because they're scared. Fear of rejection is real. And for some people, is stronger than love. They love you, but they convince themselves you're better off without them. Maybe they're dealing with self-doubt. Maybe they feel like they don't deserve you. Maybe they've convinced themselves that you don't need them, so they stay silent, not realizing that silence hurts more than words ever could. Some people are battling depression, anxiety, stress, or trauma. They don't talk about it, but it affects everything they do. Depression will tell you that nobody wants you around. Anxiety will convince you that if you reach out, you'll say the wrong thing and you'll ruin everything. Stress will make you feel like you don't have time for anything else, even the people you love. Trauma will make you afraid to get close to anyone, even the ones who care about you the most. These things don't mean a person doesn't love you. They mean they're struggling. And when you're struggling, even sending a simple text can feel impossible. Then there are the people who grew up never knowing how to express love. Maybe they were raised in a home where love wasn't spoken, where affection wasn't shown. They love you, but they don't know how to say it, how to show it. It's not that they don't feel it, it's that they were never taught how to communicate it. Some people think love is just understood. They assume you know how they feel, even if they never say it. They assume you'll just get it, that you don't need to hear from them because, of course, they love you. But love needs to be shown. Love needs to be spoken. Because silence leaves room for doubt, and doubt can destroy even the strongest connections. And then there's the pain of the past. Some people have been hurt so badly before that they're afraid to open up again. They've lost people. They've been betrayed. They've had their hearts broken. So they build walls, thinking that if they keep their distance, they can't get hurt again. They love you, but they're scared to let themselves be vulnerable. They think that if they stay quiet, if they don't get too close, they won't have to deal with the possibility of losing you. They don't realize that by doing that, they're already losing you. If someone loves you but never contacts you, it doesn't always mean they don't care. It doesn't always mean they've forgotten about you. Sometimes it just means they're dealing with things you can't see. They're stuck in their own world, battling fears and insecurities, trying to protect themselves from pain. You might be sitting there wondering why they won't reach out. You might be taking it personally, thinking you did something wrong. But sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it's about them. And the best thing you can do is understand that. At the end of the day, love is more than just a feeling. It's a choice, an action, something that needs to be expressed. If someone loves you but never reaches out, it's easy to take it personally. It's easy to sit there wondering if you weren't enough, if you did something wrong, if they ever really cared in the first place. But love isn't always as simple as we want it to be. People carry burdens, fears, and insecurities that keep them from showing up the way they want to, the way you deserve. Maybe they're scared of rejection. Maybe they're fighting battles they don't talk about. Maybe they've convinced themselves that you don't need them or they don't deserve you. Maybe they just don't know how to express love because they were never taught. Whatever the reason, their silence isn't always a reflection of their love for you. It's often a reflection of what's going on inside of them. But here's the truth. You can't spend your life waiting for someone to overcome their fears, their pride, or their struggles just so they can give you the love you deserve. You can have all the patience in the world, but at some point, you have to ask yourself, if their silence is something you're willing to accept. Because love should never leave you feeling confused, unwanted, or like an afterthought. Real love makes an effort. It finds a way. If you're missing someone, reach out. If you need closure, ask for it. But if you've done your part and they still don't show up, then it's time to stop waiting. You deserve people in your life who make their love known, who don't leave you questioning where you stand. If someone truly wants to be in your life, they will find a way to be there. If they don't, then maybe their love isn't strong enough to break through whatever is holding them back. And that's not on you. That's on them. Let go of the need to understand why they don't reach out. Let go of the overthinking, the waiting, the hoping that one day they'll change. Focus on the people who do show up, the ones who make an effort, the ones who remind you through their words and actions that you are loved. Because at the end of the day,